Greetings all, I am Seminary Scholar, and this is my channel where I discuss the beliefs of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I have attended the Church's Seminary and Institute programs, and I am going to be referring back to official church sources, so hopefully this will be an accurate and informed resource for you. Recently, I've been working on my Exploring the Articles of Faith series, where I discuss the Articles of Faith as held by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There are 13 articles in all, and this week we are looking at Article of Faith number 5, which reads, "We believe a man must be called of God by the Spirit, by prophecy, and by the laying on of hands of those who are in authority, to preach the gospel and administer in the ordinances thereof." This article doesn't break itself down quite as nicely as Article of Faith 4 did, but it still does give us a framework to work with. Firstly, I'm going to be discussing what it means to be called of God by prophecy. Second, I'm going to be describing what it means to be called by those who are in authority and why that's in place. Thirdly, I'm just going to briefly touch on what it means to be appointed to preach the gospel and administering the ordinances of the church. Firstly, we have what it means to be called of God by prophecy. This may be a little bit less grand than it actually sounds. Essentially what it means is when a church leader is considering an individual for an office, they are asked to pray and ponder and seek revelation regarding that decision, so that when they make the decision, in theory, it would be the choice that God would make. Of course, because the choice is ultimately made by imperfect people, this is not a foolproof decision-making method. We found that it works many times, and generally it is very effective. But there are times when people are called to the wrong positions because of imperfections in the people who called them. Or perhaps since they've been called, they have fallen out of worthiness to hold that position. It's very important to note that no leader in the church has the authority to completely redact, that no individual in the church has the authority to redact doctrine. Doctrine is constant and eternal. But yes, this is the process. That's the process. That's what it means to be called of God by prophecy. Secondly, we have this concept of being called by those who are in authority, which is also very important, just because of it's a very intuitive guideline that we have in the church that if someone is being given authority, they have to receive that authority from someone who has a higher authority. I just said that way too many times, but yes, it's a very simple principle. If you have, say, a bishop, they would need to be called to their office by a stake president. A stake president needs to be called by an Area 70. An Area 70 needs to be called by an apostle, I believe, or they need to be ordained to that office by an apostle. And so there is a hierarchy in the church that determines who is allowed to give who what authority, if that makes any sense. But it does prevent people from just claiming authority that they haven't been given. Finally, we have this kind of complicated little topic of being called to preach the gospel and administer in the ordinances thereof. Being called to preach the gospel is kind of a weird thing, because every member of the church is encouraged to share the gospel at every opportunity. I wasn't ordained to share gospel topics on this YouTube channel, but I'm doing it. What this specifically means is there are times and places where people are specifically given the charge to preach the gospel in certain areas to certain people. That's what this is referring to. Being given a specific responsibility as opposed to the general mandate that is just kind of expected of members. And of course, we talked a little bit last week about how having the proper priesthood authority is very important in the administration of ordinances because it provides a layer of validity and it helps seal those ordinances and activate the proper procedures and blessings that are associated with those actions. So yes, this has been Article of Faith number 5. It was very brief, but hopefully it was still helpful. Once again, I hope to see you about this time next week. I'm very excited. If you've been enjoying this content, please subscribe or leave a comment. And I will see you next week.